Hello and welcome to Hops and Bros.
Wrong sides.
Coffee?
Yes.
Let's do it.
For an open window on the crabby world, Max and Chris from Ups and Brew. Ups and Brew. Welcome to Ups and Bros. Yeah.
And we're back, and this time with our coffees. Well, it's not really coffee though.
No.
But it's a theme.
Yeah,
it's a theme.
It's a whole theme.
It's a theme.
So ditch the whole basic bitch thing. Ugg boots.
It's gonna be the basic bro stuff now.
Yeah, so
we're gonna be talking about we're gonna be talking about the pumpkin spice beers. It is October 31st today. It's Halloween.
So it's our Halloween special.
Exactly.
Nothing too spooky. If you're scared about pumpkin spice beers, then maybe.
Last year we did a short.
Yeah,
we did a short video of a couple seconds. That's right.
We might do another one. I'm not sure.
Well, not today.
Not today.
But we will do another one. So
yeah.
Pumpkin spice beers.
Where does it start off?
Exactly.
Back in history.
So,
because I heard it's quite old.
It is quite
new.
old. Exactly. It's popular. I guess thought around it was saying that Starbucks brought it back.
Yeah.
Which is something you had for a while.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. Starbucks did kind of bring it back.
Yep.
But it started way before.
Ooh.
So we're going back to when England started to settle in America.
Oh,
so
that's a while.
One big problem with America, we did not have a lot of quality malts. Which made it very hard for us to be able to brew beer or even make bread or anything really. So we had to find something new, something different, something
New ingredients
to help us. New
adjuncts.
Ingredients. Exactly.
We were looking for adjuncts.
Exactly. And
Cool.
pumpkin is native to America, and it was growing like weeds. It was everywhere. So
It's still everywhere.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So they started using those pumpkins to be able to replace the malts in the beer. Completely replace. So at first they would kind of just add a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Until they started using exclusively that because they did not have any malts.
Ooh.
Yes.
So like 100%
100%
mashed pumpkin.
Exactly. So the pumpkin is apparently a very high in fermentable sugar, so it was a good adjunct. Even George Washington was had a recipe and all that.
Really good guy.
Yeah,
really
but also
good guy.
a little later. But anyways,
Yeah.
so it was okay for a couple years, 1600s when it started, and then in the 1800s, malt started to be a little more popular in America. It was easier to find.
Began to show up. You had guys from
Exactly.
Germany. Like a lot of knowledge was brought back on boats.
Exactly, and just
For brewery. That's
people were
basically
settled,
when
yeah.
Budweiser started.
Ex-
Like,
yeah,
the actual guy named
exactly.
Budweiser.
Yeah, the guy who started the beer. That one, anyways.
Yeah.
Which back in the day, I'm sure was good.
Yeah,
We'll
back
see.
in the day,
Yeah.
I guess.
Things change. Anyway, so malts became popular again. It became easy to find. They did not have to find as much adjuncts anymore, as much other things. So the pumpkin beer kind of went down. People stopped manufacturing it because there was no need for it anymore. Until Buffalo Bill's Brewery in 1980 brought the style back.
Which is one of like the breweries that brews the most. Like they've been brewing this for forever.
Exactly, yeah.
And all the research I made on the pumpkin spice ales,
It's all that one.
they're always named in the recipes, like kind of like the pioneers of the style.
Exactly, and they really are. So the pumpkin beers have been around for a while. Now, back in the day, they were a lot more pumpkin-y. It was a pumpkin beer. It wasn't a pumpkin spice beer.
Exactly.
It wasn't a dessert. It was a beer because it's the only ingredient they had.
Yeah.
With time, people could start doing more like a pumpkin pie beer.
Oh, notification. That's cool.
That's good. A pumpkin pie beer. So instead of being more on the pumpkin side, it became more of a sweet pumpkin latte kind of beer.
Which is inspired by all the desserts you get. So pumpkin pie is one big, like kind of a main factor. People want to taste pumpkin pie and not the actual pumpkin because the pumpkin is a vegetable.
Yeah.
So you don't want your beer to taste like veggies. You want your beer to taste a little bit sweeter, and you want to make it kind of like a dessert beer because it's October. It feels a little bit more cozy. So your actual pumpkin beer becomes more like a comfort pumpkin beer.
Exactly. So there is a big difference. Well, a big difference between the historical pumpkin beer and the modern pumpkin beer, which is exactly that. So, Chris, what makes it a pumpkin beer or a pumpkin spice beer?
Pumpkin spice beer. So
some pumpkin spice beers don't even have any pumpkins in them.
Yeah, we won't talk too much about Starbucks, but the whole science behind like pumpkin spice. There's stories out there about the flavors of the pumpkin spice creates a chain reaction in your brain that unlocks the chemicals to make you like it. Okay. But it's compared to what cocaine does to your brain.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's.
That would be why Starbucks decided to popularize it.
I'm not sure why, but I think that's why it picked up so fast, because it creates kind of like a good reaction in your brain, and a lot of people love those flavors. Yeah. And whether it's being latte or in a beer or whatever. So
some people go crazy. I mean, as soon as the season's done, they look forward to the next season.
Exactly.
And you see them scratching their scabs, and it's a whole thing.
And like red eyes and all that stuff. It's weird. It's really weird. But yes, it's kind of like an art beer to brew. I didn't know about that, because if you do actually use the full pumpkins, it's a pain in the ass to work with, because if you use it in the mash, usually to get all the nice flavors from the pumpkin, you roast the pumpkins.
Yeah.
So to bring out more sugars, more sweetness out of it, you caramelize the pumpkin, put it in the mash, but it becomes sticky as hell.
Okay.
And to get this nice flavors, you replace 25% of your mash bill with pumpkin. Mm-hmm. So 25% of your grains in the mash tun is pumpkin. That's a lot.
For the fermentable sugars.
Yeah, the fermentable sugars, but they will also get you the pumpkin flavors.
Okay.
Like the real vegetable pumpkin flavors with the roastiness out of it. But after that, adding nutmeg, allspice, ginger, cinnamon. This is
anything you'd put in a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, exactly. But this is also a key factor of the pumpkin beer, because too much of this, too much of that, you have a shitty beer. So having the perfect spice blend is really
finding the balance between all the ingredients.
Exactly, and it's all like,
I guess that's why a lot of brewers have stopped using pumpkins in their pumpkin spice beer, because they don't really need to.
Exactly, because people search the spice in it.
Exactly.
But I'd love to see a bit more pumpkin beers made with more pumpkin. So
I'd love to see a historical style, like an actual using pumpkin, which you don't see often.
Maybe if you guys know a full pumpkin beer with
I guess there is Buffalo Bills.
Maybe Buffalo Bills does it. I'm not sure. Maybe they have changed the recipe so far.
I believe
I'm not
in
sure.
my research that I checked, they do exactly the same recipe as George Washington had, or at least close to.
Wow.
So it's less this pumpkin spice, and it's more just a pumpkin ale. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
But if you know any others 100% that go 100% pumpkin, or at least have more pumpkin than the spices, let us know.
We'll make a review next year when the season kicks in.
Exactly.
Because after today, it's done. We don't want to talk about it anymore.
Last time.
But the video is still relevant for a week or two, depending on how fast you are to catch up on our episodes. But overall, it's the fact of adding pumpkin into your mash that creates the complexity of the beer. But bitterness, you keep it low usually, because you want to have the spices to be the superstar of the beer. So yes, there's a lot of backstory to this, and
a lot more than we thought initially. When I got into researching, I was like, I guess it's something like new or whatever. There's a rich history behind it.
So it's cool to see the nice rich history behind this kind of like this pie a little bit. This style, a lot of people hate it, but it's good. We like it. So
Niagara College did a very interesting brew where they kind of mixed a milkshake IPA and a pumpkin spice beer to create a pumpkin spice latte. So I guess same build, and then they added the lactose, and probably a bit of vanilla, and whatever makes it, the pectin and the starch to make it cloudy. So it's a pumpkin spice latte beer.
That's cool.
It's an interesting concept.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and I hope to see more of that kind of thing.
Just a new take, an original take on the pumpkin spice beer.
Or just on any beer. Yeah. Just try it out. Try your own take on it. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't.
Go out there, brew something fun and something you like.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. Yes.
Anything else to add to
No, I think it covers up everything. Oh, cheers to you.
Oh!
And they wrote Upside Bros on the glass.
They did.
Not on the glass. It's not glass. It's cardboard.
But still, it works. And a little smiley.
It works fine, yeah.
So, if you like the video, leave a like.
Subscribe to the channel to support us, because it always helps out. And
let us know what you think about the pumpkin spice beers.
In general.
And if there's other styles of beer that you think shouldn't be or should be.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Big questions.
So, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
See you in the next video.
Yes, sir. La caméra en arrière. Tu l'avais-tu ouvert? Oui, ok.
Me semble. Techniquement, oui.